They're about to back the trailer up here. We're gonna get him loaded and get him taken.
I found my heart again. You were standing there, you bravely led me in. I could wait a million years or more until you came knocking at my door.
What are you doing?
Going through the worms right now. There's not a whole lot over here. I have seen a few.
But not that many?
Not that many. Like there's one little one right there. But I fed last time I fed over here on this side. So I'm hoping that all my worms are over there. And they like this top corner right here too.
So there's a pretty good bit over there.
Yeah, but we're gonna leave those alone until I get done digging. She's trying to dump out my dirt.
You can't dump out the dirt. Come on. Do you want to go play? You want to play? Come on, let's go.
You want to go give it to the chickens, Harley?
I don't, because I don't like smells. That's a huge toy.
All you have to do is touch their shell. Alright, this other person's here.
It's hard to be this real. We can play our favorite song, dancing to it all night long. With you I feel something, 'cause we're both so unashamed. We're not playing any games.
TikTok.
Chalk. Are you supposed to get it on your nice clothes?
Yeah.
You were.
But over there.
Over there?
That's in duh. I would. No, that'd be my top. What? Say, I had the camera filming a minute ago.
I like your little shoes.
Yes,
put her shoes on?
I've been trying to keep them on there.
You gonna do your worms? Up parts of the gardens and opening up others. So the caterpillar tunnel for us is a little too hot for the spring and summertime, because like right now it's probably 75 to 80 outside and it's probably 95 to 100 in here. We try to grow in here in spring. In summer we would literally have to just keep 24-hour water on it, and that's not what we want to do. So we tend to let this be our grow for fall and winter. So we closed it up. The chickens, if you remember, just a few weeks ago we had the chickens on it, or the roosters on it. The bachelor pad moved across it and worked it down, and so now it's been fertilized. We're gonna cover it up so that way no weeds get in it, or more than what can get in it by just blowing in with all this, grass cutting and things like that. We still have to build the other greenhouse, which we have not even started on because we stay busy. Fun chore for the day is we've got to get Quarantino, our bull, our little yearling bull, who's still a pretty young bull. He's been with these mamas here long enough, so hopefully he's bred them. Even though he's a little bull, he showed very much some interest of them, especially with our jerseys. If Bohan, if you remember our rental bull, if he did not breed them, then our little bull did. Now we have to go to the big barn and the big farm with Quarantino, because we still have some Angus up there, some Charolais up there, and some other Herefords up there that's tied to family. Me and Aiden's got cows up there, but also our family has cows up there. So we've got to go take him up there. So anything that's not bred from Ferdinand, which Ferdinand's been gone a while, so if Ferdinand didn't breed them, and then Bohannon, the rental bull, didn't breed them, the only option is now we got to get Quarantino up there to breed them. So that way we're still having babies and able to sell the babies, make the baby steers, or grow little young bulls up. Now he's never walked by himself, so it should be a fun endeavor, because we've got to go, as you see they're coming up the road, we've got to go around them all the way to where the dairy statue is, so we can get them in the chute, and that way it'll be easier to load into the trailer. Yeah. The cows are definitely ready to move. We have not moved them because we had to sell the horse Rose, and then now we knew we were taking Quarantino. So once we move, the horse of course left yesterday or the day before. The Quarantino will be leaving today, going to the other farm to hang out with those girls for a little bit. So then it allows us to have the rest of them here that will actually go and make their way all the way back down to the deer paddock and make their way all the way around the whole rotation again. All this grass back here looks phenomenal, but we're gonna let it go a little bit longer. We're gonna start them back down there. It'll be a littler herd because actually the jerseys are not with them. This group will slow down on their grazing because there's not a lot of them, but they'll start back on the power line and work all the way back down on that power line right there, and then they'll go back into the pine thicket, then around to the backside by the church, those 2 fields, and then again they'll hit all these fields again. So they've got a good 6 to 7 week rotation just right there that we're hoping to start as soon as we get Quarantino out.
It's nothing new, but it's so good to see you. We do this every day, and I'm still so amazed by you. So hold me tight through the night. It's just us two, me and you.
Get several out just to get him out because he didn't want to go without him. But now we got him all back in. So let's try to get him to the corral. I figure he'll hear the dairy and go that way. Come on, buddy. All right, now you carry that over there. So he's not a leader, he's a follower. So we're having to get everybody over. Had to get the beef over and then got them back in. Now we gotta get the dairy over, and then he'll follow them all the way up.
We got Quarantino over in there. It really helps when you have somebody that they can follow, especially somebody that's been used to kind of walking all over the farm. Like Allie literally walks our farm all the time. She follows a bucket. He is not used to being alone. He's going up in the stanchion, just being nosy, I guess. So once we got him out from the others and walked him across the fields, we really just let him follow everybody else to exactly what we needed, where we needed him to go, and weeded them out so that we could keep him where we needed to go. It just makes the process a whole lot easier when he's not used to being alone, so we get him to follow somebody that is used to walking all over the farm. It just really makes things a whole lot easier. They're about to back the trailer up here. We're gonna get him loaded and get him taken so he can meet some new ladies.
Oh, there you go. Perfect.
I'll walk this way in.
All right, stand and watch. I gotta pull up. Ain't gotta close the gate.
Woo, 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 woo.
Close the gate, Aiden. Close the gate.
The next place is gonna hang out with some new cattle. He's a yearling bull, so he is young, but we do believe he's doing good. He's been showing signs of breeding these others, And also, this is just a security measure because we're hoping that Bohannon bred them all up there too. So if they were not bred within the next 2 months, because that's when they would typically be having babies. So we'll see what happens. If they don't breed, then of course he's right there to breed them. And hopefully we won't lose a season of breeding. Go. Come on, buddy. Come on, Tina.
I'm going to put some of the dry manure, that's probably a little too much, around the bottoms of these. Each one of these plants, then I'm going to come with some liquid and pour it on them. We've got to get these barked too.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that this week. All right, while you're doing that, I'm gonna go and give the pig bucket to these pigs. So Miss Mac is walking around with the fertilizer manure bucket, and here I am with the food bucket. Here they come. They thought she had the food and I had the fertilizer. So, hey, the early one gets the worm. The other two are down there thinking Miss Mac is gonna give them something. Here, she is eating it all. So regenerative ag, nothing gets wasted, from the manure of all the animals that goes back to feed the earth to all the food that we don't eat goes back and does the same thing. It either composts, it either goes to animals, or it goes to some form of fashion of making sure it goes back to the earth. That is regenerative ag, that is permaculture at its best. So that's what Misty's doing. She's taking the fertilization that she's built with this compost tea, and also with the free fertilization that we have with the rabbits, and ultimately she's feeding all the trees on this side of the farm too, just like we do right beside the house. I'm gonna go right behind her, and this is the liquid compost. It's just basically manure tea, we call it. It stinks to high heaven, but it's almost like fish emulsion and kelp. It stinks, but it does really good. So we're gonna go back and put it on all the apple trees here, also on the fig trees right below them. Can't see it right now, but our rows are coming back, and we're gonna have a ton of strawberries to plant, aren't we? Or to sell.
This is our second strawberry patch to do.
And none of these were bought. All these were split off another row.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Okay.
They reproduce like rabbits.
Reproduce like rabbits. It's kind of neat that they're by the rabbits, huh?
Yep, behind the rabbits.
Behind the rabbits. 2 rows down, 400 to go.
It's a good problem to have. But the bad thing is whoever said that Alabama was the slug and snail state has not been to Mississippi, because they are everywhere. So I told Colby I'm gonna go in between each plant once we get done clearing the rows, and I get my individual runner. Basically, this is a plant now, but it was a runner. It come off of that right there, and look for snails and slugs to give the chickens, because if I don't get them out, they're gonna eat our fruit. Then we're gonna come back with some DE and sprinkle over them, because DE is microscopically, it's sharp, so when soft-bodied creatures crawl through it, it slices them open, and it doesn't immediately kill them, but over like several days they'll basically dehydrate. We have to do that too in order to clean this bed up and show it some attention so that we'll have plenty of strawberries.
Late afternoon, there's a bucket full of strawberries. Misty's finishing up on the last few rows. We've got them all dug out.
I was very much dreading this tour because it was...
You see the rows that Misty's working on compared to what it was just a few hours ago, or I say hours. We did stop halfway through. We had some other things. We had somebody come visit the farm, so we've had a fun day. The kids are playing in the pool. It's actually warm enough to get in the pool. Misty is finishing up these last 2 rows. We've got all the rest of them dug out here. We've got the rest in here. They're basically just the roots stuck in water down in the bottom that keeps them moist. Some people are coming by and buying them, and the rest we are going to make another bed. My honey-do list is I've got to start making other beds, huh?
I guess so, buddy.
A monster.
That's a nice worm right there, son.
I can't believe you even picked it up. I'm proud of you that way.
Dude, I used to put worms on hooks.
I'll clean out these last two and let's call it a day.
Yeah, I'm tired of digging strawberries.
I know. I think we've dug up like 200, haven't we?
way too many. It's a good thing, but we've been out here for a long time moving around strawberries.
It is literally sunset almost, so
We
it's getting
started
close.
shortly after lunch, which we did take a break.
Yeah.
Can't believe you love me, oh, oh, oh. I just feel so lucky.